Happy Thursday, Stampers and Paper Crafters. This is Facebook Live number 466. Today is Thursday, February 19th, 2026. My name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. I have a paper pumpkin for you tonight, and I can't wait to share it with you. I know it has something to do with Shy Shamrock because I took the little spot out of the top of the box, and that's all I know. So I'm going to put you down at the table in just a second. If you get motion sickness or anything like that, just look away, and I'll let you know when I am done messing around with the camera. So hold on. So hopefully you had a good week so far. Sorry I was late. It took me longer to eat dinner than I thought it would. So I am loosening up the camera holder. And, let's try that again. And we shall put it down. All right. Okay, so it wants to lean. And for some strange reason, my camera holder seems to be... Okay, why does it seem like it's falling? Well, I think... You know what, I think this is good. I don't think it's fallen anymore. I think this is as far as it could go. All right, so we're going to squish in. And put a little light on the subject. And I think we're going to move this a little closer to me. There we go. Okay, cool. Again, my name is Joy Borwedge. I have an Instagram page. It's Stampin' for Joy. My YouTube page is Joy A. Borwedge. It stands for Anne. And then my online store is stampinforjoy.stampinup.net. penguinz33@outlook.com is my email address, so that if you have any questions or anything, if you wish to join my email list, please do so by sending me a message. I also have a Facebook page, Stampin' for Joy. So what happens here is I do my Facebook Live on my Joy Borwedge page. Then I take pictures of tonight's projects, and I will put it on my Instagram page. And then I will download this video to both my YouTube page and my Stampin' for Joy page. Now, this video lives for only 30 days on my Facebook page. It does last a little bit longer on YouTube. So, I'm glad I get to share it with you in both places. So, first thing that we have to talk about is, oops, I dropped it. We have a stamping event coming up, which is Saturday, February 28th. And you will get to make, this is our in-person event, and you'll get to make 16 handmade cards. So what happens is you will receive a baggie that looks like this. Now there is a number 5 on that baggie. So that means you get to go to table number 5, pull everything out, and put the card together. We can't do any stamping for you, so that's how this works. So registration is open. Check it out at thestampinevent.com. Then we have the virtual event. Now this means that you can live anywhere in the United States and participate. You could be a demonstrator, you can be a customer, you could be someone new to stamping. Okay, and what happens is we will have the event hosted by Zoom on Saturday, March 28th. And you can go to thevirtualstampinevent.com and register. So you will make 8 handmade cards. So again, we will take the baggies, 4 from Heidi, 4 from me, and we will number those baggies, and then we will play videos. Now, those videos will be recorded. So that way, if you can only attend for an hour on the 28th, you can still be able to put your cards together at your leisure. If you can't make it at all, same thing. We will send those videos after our event happens on Saturday, March 28th. Now, we will send out information as to what stamp sets we'll be using so you can supply the greetings. So everything that we work with for virtual is we do all the die cutting for you, we do all the designer series paper, you provide the stamps, and it's generally going to be greetings. So then that way, if you have a wide variety of greetings, you should be able to finish these projects. Now, if you happen to have the suites or bundles that we are using, you can certainly complete as we do them. All right, so check that out at thevirtualstampinevent.com. Again, that is Saturday, March 28th. All right, so we have a few things to talk about. Number one, it's free shipping. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So that means today is the 19th. So it happens to be the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th that we will have free shipping. So today is the 19th of February. And so today we have, it's 7:10 right now in Minnesota. So you still have time to place an order with, and the order has to be $75 after all the rewards and the coupons that are used. So check that out and get some stuff that you've been looking to restock, say like cardstock and adhesives, and how about re-inkers and ink pads to the Facebook, the in colors that are retiring. So if you don't own anything, you can get them. I'm going to plug my phone in. So if you see a cord, just a few seconds. I don't remember what what's it called? The charge was, so I just plugged it in just in case it was not. So I'm going to move this up a little bit further, and so then that way my cord is not stuck so tightly. Okay, so we have the catalog that's going on right now. That's the annual catalog, and this one expires at the end of April. Pauline, welcome. Then we have the Spring Mini Catalog. Again, this one expires at the end of April. Then another place that you could choose to purchase products from for free delivery while free shipping while supplies lasts is the online exclusives. So there's 3 different ways, and the online exclusives are just that. They're only available to everyone online, because it takes about 2 years for them to put together a catalog, whether it's the annual catalog or a mini. So they developed a way to offer new products to our customers by just doing it online. So we're actually not going to be doing anything with this tonight. We're going to do a paper pumpkin. All right. So are you trying to tell me that I'm going to put you to sleep, Pauline? You know what? I do not take, that happens to me too. There are certain voices that if I have a hard time falling asleep, I will turn my lights down, put a video on, and listen to them as far as I can go, and then I'll hop into bed. All right. So again, we still have more things to talk about. So the Painted Illusions, that is the product of the month. And what that means is that every month, Stampin' Up! Is bringing an exclusive product available for that month. Now, it can expire once everything sells out. Or it could be like our December and our January product of the month. Those are still available currently. So this one is called Painted Illusions. This is Designer Series paper, number 167977. So product of the month, again, has a qualifying order of $75. So when you place an order right now, like say today or tomorrow, of $75, you know what? I got up at 3, so I beat you, young lady. But I did take a nap when I got home from work. So anyways, the Painted Illusions is the qualifying order. So it's $75. So if you have rewards or bonus day coupons that you need to redeem, after all that, it still needs to be $75, because then you'll get I don't want to say a bubble, but you'll get something that pops up and pop-up, I guess, and it will say, hey, would you like to purchase the Painted Illusions for only $5 because you have a qualifying order. So it's your choice. But then also the January product of the month is available still. I know I haven't heard that it's sold out yet, so it's a stamp set. So if you place a $75 order for this one and a $75 order for that one, you can get Designer Series paper and you can get a stamp set. But you cannot place $150 and then pick. So it has to be one product of the month per order. So if you have any questions, you can always contact me. But again, it's while supplies lasts. And I mentioned bonus days. Now, bonus days happens in January. So for every purchase of $50, you get a $5 off coupon sent to you in your email. So if you have any of those emails, you need to use them or lose them by the 28th. So today happens to be the 19th. So you can use all those coupons at once, or you can separate them out. So it's your choice. But again, you need to use them by the 28th, because March 1st, you cannot use these bonus coupons because that expiration date is the 28th. All right. There is a Lovely Blossoms class. And so this happens tonight, where Stampin' Up! Is putting on a class. If you happen to have the Lovely Blossoms Suite Collection, which is 167193, you can go into the online store and purchase this Lovely Blossoms craft class at 170929. Now it's $25, and you will get an exclusive invitation to a Facebook Live to watch the cards being put together, and then you can craft at the same time. Or you can come back, say, if you don't have any time tonight, you get off work, you have dinner with the kids, grandkids, or you fall asleep in your chair and you missed it tonight, that's okay. You can go back to that Facebook Live and watch it as many times as you wish. All right, so that is still available, 170929. So that is in the online store. Now, like I said, it's $25. So you will earn a $2.50 reward. So that will go into your rewards bank. And then it's free shipping. So I think because it's not, if you place the Lovely Blossom Suite Collection, that could be placed while free shipping, so that you would have that suite and then not pay shipping. That would be kind of fun. And then put that together watching that craft class again at your leisure. Last Chance products have been updated, and that has been updated beginning of February. And some of the products were from the online exclusives, and some of them were from the holiday mini catalog. And those discounts have been marked up. So check that out. If you like saving money, this is a good way to do it. Another way about saving money is if you join my team. You will purchase, say, the starter kit, and you have until March 2nd to earn this Stampin' Positioner for free in your starter kit. Now, it automatically comes if you purchase the starter kit by March 2nd. So what happens is you pick out $125 worth of product, and you pay only $99 for it, and no shipping. No shipping. So even while there's a 3-day no shipping deal on right now, starter kits you never pay shipping on. So this is a great time to sign up, be a demonstrator for a little bit, test it out, and get 20% off on your future orders. If you have any questions, you can always contact me at penguinz33@outlook.com. All right, so like I said, we're playing with Paper Pumpkin. I have no idea what's inside here. I opened up the top. I felt in here for the spot, and seeing as how I own all the ink pads, then I picked out the real size ink pad. So I save my spots for my Stampin' events when I use multiple ink colors. All right, so let's open this up. Okay, it looks like it's going to be an Easter. It says, Happy Easter, hello friend, sweet spring greetings. Oh, I love that. And then there's grass and 2 eggs. Okay, so then inside this box is some beautiful blue tissue and a kit. Now, this Paper Pumpkin is obviously Easter. Okay, so it's going to be cards. All right, so I'm going to put this back in here. I always save my tissue because I never know when I'm going to need it. And close that up. Now, a Paper Pumpkin is a subscription-based product that comes to your house. And you might get a little sneak peek of what it might possibly contain. Hi, Tina. Welcome. But then you, as a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you get it sent to your house, and it's in your mailbox. And if you ever feel like, I don't have any design in me for paper crafting, this gives you instructions on how to put the stuff together. So Paper Pumpkin is a great way to get the girls together and have maybe a bottle of wine or, whatever it is you wish to drink. It could be Diet Pepsi, it could be Coke, it could be Sprite, or it could be a margarita. And so in here is our adhesive and our embellishment. Open up. So I save these plastic bags so that I use them in my events. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be sequins, and they're kind of holographic. And then we have mini glue dots, and then we have, it looks like mini dimensionals. I already own these, so I will not use these in tonight's class. All right, so these are envelopes. Okay, so it looks like they are colored, all the same color. And sometimes Stampin' Up, designs the inside, sometimes the whole envelope. Sometimes there's different colors that coordinate with different items. It looks like it's going to be easy to separate that because it's all one kind. All right, then it supplied us with pink linen thread. So I'm going to pull that out and put that with my embellishments. And I will save that little plastic bag because you never know, I might use it for something. Okay, so this looks like it is a card base. So we're going to fold one, and we're going to save one of each, and we're going to burnish that. So that's going to be one of them. And so it looks like we're going to do 1, 2, 3 of each. Okay. And then here is another. That looks like it's going to go on top of something. So we'll put that right there. We'll save that one. And then this looks like it's another card base. So those are flowers. And we'll take the bone folder again. Now, as a paper crafter, I own a lot of crafting supplies. When you do the paper pumpkin, I suggest having a bone folder just because it helps. And so again, we're going to make 3 of those, but tonight we're only doing 1 of each card. And then I will put the rest together. It looks like we're going to use labels and eggs. And so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of those. Okay, so I'm going to keep I'm just going to keep these over here because I don't know what we need for sure. And then here is the other card base. Now it's plain, so I'm assuming it's going to go with that one because we got 2 card bases here. So again, there's nothing on top or bottom, front or back, so it doesn't say here is the front side. See, sometimes Stampin' Up! Has the same design on the back side. So let's check this one out. Nope, all plain, just on one side. So let's just assume that's where it's going to go. And so we have 2 more envelopes. Okay, or not envelopes, card fronts. Oh, look at the Runny Babbit and the Easter basket. Aw, isn't that cute? Those are all die cuts. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have 3 baskets and 3 Runny Babbits. And yes, I did say that on purpose. All right, and then I do save my chipboard because you never know when you need a nice, thick piece of chipboard. And here is what the set looks like, so that you can see all the designs. Okay, and then let's see here. So on the back side here, it says the kit components have supplies to make 9 cards and 9 envelopes. Sometimes they are other products. Hi, Navon, I see you. So sometimes they are card projects and sometimes they are 3D projects, which means a non-card. Okay, so the colors that coordinate with this are Balmy Blue, Crumb Cake, Lemon Lolly, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, and Shy Shamrock. Well, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, and Shy Shamrock are colors that are going to retire when this catalog retires because they are 5 in colors that were introduced 2 years ago. Okay, so now it comes with instructions, card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So on this sheet, it gives me kind of like a short synopsis of what goes with each one. So this one is going to be card number 1. This one is going to be card number 2. And Carolyn, hi. And number 3 is that one. So we're going to need, let's see. It looks like we're going to need this piece. So everything is easily punched out. And so these are laser cut die pieces. Laser cut. Joy sees and knows all. No. Joy does not. Joy makes boo-boos so that everybody else knows all. Okay, so then there is the guts to the inside that come out. So this is a wreath. Okay, so that goes to number 1. And these flowers, it looks like, goes with number 3. So we're going to pop those little puppies out. 1, 2, and 3. And stick that over there. Okay, so it looks like we need the Easter basket goes to number 3. And again, it has the guts torn out. And that flower goes to number 2. And so that is going to go there. And then it looks like these 2 yellow flowers also go to number 3. And then these 2 flowers, they go to number 2. And seeing as how we're already tearing the bunny rabbit out, that goes with number 1. I think we should color it chocolate and then rip it off so that his ear looks like it's eaten off. Because that's the first thing that happens in an Easter basket, is the bunny rabbit loses its ears. All right, and that is number 3. So everything is popped out of this one. Wow, I got 1, 2, 3, I got 5 people on. Oops, 6 people. Wow. That is very nice. Normally that does not happen. It's like 1 here, 2 there, 3 there. So thank you everybody for hopping on, whoever is here. This label goes with Bunny Rabbit number 1. And this square, that goes to number 2. I see a heart fly by, thank you. And these green pieces, they go to number 2. We will be picking 3 winners. And what happens is whoever does a thumbs up or a heart, they get an entry into the drawing to win one of these cards. Leave a comment. That gets you into, again, an entry to win one of these cards. Now, if I pick your name for card number 1, I'm taking your name out, okay? So I'm going to have 3 different winners. And then if you happen to be, say, new and you comment and like and share, also sharing gets you 2 entries, just to let you know. And this piece is number 3. So then do the like, the heart, the thumbs up. That gets you an entry. Leave a comment. That gets you an entry. And then share this on your timeline. That gets you 2 entries. So if it's somebody who I do not have an address for, I will contact you. Oh my goodness, you're so sweet. Thank you, Navon. Oh, that's so funny. So you made me lose my train of thought there, Chica. Let's see here. Bunny rabbit train of thought. What was I going to say? Bet you none of you guys ever have a problem like this. Let's see here. I can't remember what the heck I was trying to say. Yeah, so, I contact you and say, hey, this is Facebook Live number 466. I drew your name. Please send me your name and address, and I will send you a card. Now, I don't spam you. I don't send you things unless you want to be. Rita! Hi! Okay. Rita, I've never seen your name on here before, so welcome. This is a Facebook Live. Nancy Curl's watching too. Nancy, say hi to Carolyn. She's here. So we're doing a Facebook Live. So I do these Facebook Lives, Rita, on Sundays after 5 o'clock, and I try to get them to do them on Thursdays. Last week, I came home, sat in my stamping chair, and fell asleep. So I ended up doing the Facebook Live on Thursday or Friday. So I generally try to do it Thursdays after 5. So you are welcome to come and anytime and do that. So we're going to go through card number 1. So it looks like we need, let's see here, what stamp? We're going to take the little plastic off. Now, I'm going to show you guys a tip that I learned. So, excuse me, I have kind of lingering effects of my sinus infection. So if I sound funny or if I have sniffles, you know, that's just taking its sweet booty time to leave. Okay, so this is the thick side, okay? Yes. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over, okay? And I'm not going to do it to this one because I have a friend that generally buys these before anybody else does. But let me grab for you what I do with my regular stamps, okay? So this is an online exclusive. It is called the Cutest Crew. It's actually a bundle, and it's going to be available March in the online exclusives. So what I do is I take a Sharpie and I outline, okay? So this is the flimsy side, so turn that face side down. Now, I actually like to use my silicone craft sheet. This is another thing that when you're doing paper pumpkins, I suggest having as well. So this helps me see the outline so much easier. So then you take the Sharpie, and I used blue with the kitty cats and the puppy dogs and the birdies, and I outlined it. So when I take off this greeting and put it on either the Stampin' Positioner or a block, I can see where that goes once I am done with it. So that is a great tip for you guys. You can do black, you could do blue, you could red, green. I did blue for this one. And then when I am done, this I never open up. I just slide this back in between because these are photopolymer and they are made by light with a process of light. And so what you do is keep this in the dark. So don't have it sitting in the sun. Don't have it sitting underneath lamps for days. Put this back in between so that light doesn't get to it and doesn't affect your stamps. Okay, those are tips I was not expecting to talk about. Okay, so we're going to take the flimsy plastic off, keep it, and then I will put this on this piece so I always know where my plastic is, and that way it doesn't get thrown away by accident. Okay, so on card number 1, it looks like we need the circular eggs. So I'm going to grab a block. And I'm going to lay that down on my silicone craft sheet. And then the egg is not going to really distort itself, but greetings do a lot. So if let's see, I need Happy Easter for this one. So let's pull Happy Easter off, and we'll do this one too. So this part, the part that is facing down, is the part that's going to get inked up. So we're going to take this, and we're going to put the block on it and grab that. That's going to be, and now see how this is sitting here for a few seconds? It is allowing it to sit in its natural form. You can, if you want, put this on a block and make it roundy, and that's what you can do with photopolymer. But I'm going to grab a block that fits right on top of that. So that is going to be for number 1. And okay, and we need the Happy Easter, we need the eggs. Okay, number 2. Number 2 is going to be Sweet Spring Greetings. So that looks like it is this one. And so I am going to grab a block, D as in dog. And this, I would have to say, would be kind of like a, what do you say? Like a very common one. And I am actually going to try to line this up so that my spring is not crooked. Okay, so that's number 2. And doesn't need anything else for... Okay, so then number 3 is going to be Hello Friend. And the grass, we're actually going to use everything in this particular stamp set. Okay, so... Hi, Bert. You gonna steal my chair? You fuzzy kitty, you? Okay, and then we're gonna use that egg. And this one has like squiggles and flowers and stripes. And so we're gonna need 3 blocks for that. So seeing as how there's nothing on this, we're gonna put that so that both of them are in the same spot, so I won't lose anything. And, oops, there's that. That stays there. Okay, so we're going to need a block for Hello Friend for number 3. And an egg. Move it. All right, there is number that. And I think we might, ouch, 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 I just smacked my knuckle. Owie, owie, owie. I smack my knuckles at work all the time, so I have sprained them several times. Okay, so which way is up? This is grass, so there is a little tiny one that's like right there. That is the up version. Okay, cool. Michael Morgan. Oh my goodness. Hi, Mike. Welcome. How you doing? I haven't seen you in like forever. Mike used to work at where I work. So, we're doing a paper pumpkin tonight if you want to hang out with us girls. Okay. So let's put together number 1 first. So we're going to grab number 3, and it's 2 stamps. We're going to put that over here. And then we're going to grab number 2, and it's, oops, the grass goes with number 3. So we just need Sweet Spring Greetings for number 2. All right, so then now we're ready for number 3. So we're going to turn, or number 1, I mean. We're going to open up our instructions. Now, one thing about the paper pumpkin is you can follow the instructions, or you don't have to. I like to follow the instructions because, number 1, when I do my Facebook Lives, 99% of the time, I'm making a card. So, like, this was my last Facebook Live, number 465, and I used the Cutest Crew. So I made this card, and I designed it and decorated it, and now it's waiting for somebody to share the video, to get entered into the drawing, to do a thumbs up, to leave a comment. So I wait as long as I possibly can to get as many people to win, okay? Get entered to win. All right, so the first thing it says is we're going to take the egg and we're going to grab my Stampin' Pearson mat. This is another thing I suggest you have, and I have a Stampin' Pearson mat with a piece of copy paper, and that copy paper is something that had printing on the other side, but I was going to throw it away, so I'm basically recycling. Okay, so we're supposed to take this egg and stamp it right on there. So I am going to actually grab that silicone craft sheet again, and I'm going to put it underneath, because when I have a darker image or a darker layer underneath, I could see this one so much better. So we're just going to go tap, tap, tap into the ink pad, and then we're going to just stamp that right on top and press down. All right, and there is our colored egg. Okay, then we're going to do Happy Easter on this die cut, and tap, tap, tap in the ink pad. We're not killing a spider, so no smushing. And we're just going to put that right there. It's going to say Happy Easter. And that looks like that's it for stamping for this particular card. So I'm going to clean this off, and I'm going to close my ink pad, and then all we need to do is put the card together. So we're going to close that ink pad and grab the Simply Chamois. And the Simply Chamois, now mine is 1/4. So if you can imagine 1, 2, 3, 4, that's how big your chamois is. But because I do Facebook Lives, I do stamping events, and stamp camps in my apartment, I need several different I have several different stations, so I need a Simply Chamois for each station. Okay, so there we have a nice, clean, Happy Easter, and that can get ready to put away. All right, so let's go with the next set of directions, and it looks like we're going to glue this piece. Now, I'm not going to use those mini glue dots. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal, which actually would be a lot quicker than doing it the way they want you to. Now, one of the things that I love about Paper Pumpkin is that I have some green on my fingers. See, there's a little smudge there? I'm going to grab a baby wipe and clean off my fingers. I said, let's get inky. I try not to do that, just because I want whoever wins the card to actually like what I'm going to send and not have inky finger smudges. Okay, so there we go. We're clean and we're ready to stamp. Okay, so we're going to put adhesive on here, and then I don't need the Stampin' Pearson mat anymore. So this has adhesive on it, and it looks like we're going to put adhesive on here and on here. So we're going to put that right there. And was I supposed to do 2 eggs? It looks like 1 egg. Well, oh, you know what? Number 3 also gets an egg as well. Wait, no. Maybe I just took them both out. So I'm going to put this over back in the other die cut area, so then that way I don't lose it. Okay, so then the Runny Babbit, it gets dimensionals. And like I said, with my dimensionals, I'm actually going to use large ones. And another thing that I suggest having is a people poker. This is technically called the Take Your Pick tool. I call this part the people poker because I am the people it pokes, but I don't have fingernails. And I find it so much easier to stab and grab those backings off. I'm just using one. Now it shows no adhesive down here, so we're going to leave that. And then because I'm using larger ones, I'm just going to use one for the egg, okay? And then the wreath that gets upside down, all right? So this is the wreath of flowers. And so it tells you to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we're doing 7 because it's not going to need another one. Okay, so then now we're going to stab and grab those backings. I love stabbing. This way I can stab something and I am not going to jail. And it can bring out your inner joy. Ha, ha, ha. Whee! Well, apparently these backings do not want to stay on my people poker. And they just want to fling off. That one's sticky. So we already took that. I'm just putting those in my garbage can. And then we're going to stab and grab the Runny Babbit and, gosh darn it, and the egg. 1, 2, 3, and 4. See, no mess. You just take those, put it in your trash. Those little backings don't end up anywhere that you don't want them. Okay, so now it says, now that we got adhesive on everything, it says to, this is the card, okay? So we're going to open it up this way. This goes on the front of the card, just like that. There's a border all the way around. And then we're going to take that wreath. Now, there does not seem to be a top or a bottom, so it doesn't matter. In the picture, it shows that the peach pie flower is at the bottom, so we'll put that there. And we'll put that around the wreath. That is, and it shifted on me. I pushed down on the dimensionals, so that should be fine. See that pink line there? You can see that, right? Okay. We're just going to put that wreath on top of that. Now we're going to smush down. And then we're going to put the Runny Babbit right here. And it looks like the ears are touching the wreath. And then this egg goes behind the bunny rabbit. And we're going to make a small bow out of this pink ribbon. And we're just going to, it's not ribbon, I'm sorry. It is baker's twine. So we're going to make a bow. And I don't send Easter cards. I don't have kids. And all my nieces and nephews are like older. Now my sister, my youngest sister, she's the only one that had kids. And she lived in an apartment. And she had, instead of the Easter bunny, she had an Easter squirrel. And that Easter squirrel would come and put stuff in the closet. I found that to be quite funny. All right, so we're going to make that bow. We're going to take that and just put those scissors back. We're going to use a mini glue dot. And see that open line right there where the bunny rabbit head is? We're going to take that and put a mini glue dot. And The mini glue dots come like this. I put this ribbon on here so that it will help with me knowing where my next one comes. But because I'm almost at my end, ooh, don't go that way, go this way. You pull forward, okay, and then you're going to squish that together, the mini glue dot, so that it just sticks underneath that bow knot. Okay, all right, so there, now we have a bow on our bunny, and then we're going to take the Easter, Happy Easter, and we're going to put that right across the way. Isn't that adorable? Okay, just make sure that you don't get the loops inside there. And I'm going to squish that a little bit more. Okay, now it says to add 5 of these embellishments. Now, these sequins look to me like they're all the same. This side over here looks more yellowish, like it's more solid. This over here looks more clear, but it has pink hues and green hues and peach pie hues. So the directions, what I'm going to do with this is I am going to grab a pair of scissors, and I do this with every single one of these things that has a little tube that holds, because these drive me crazy when they unloose themselves and they unravel. So I like it that it's stuck there, and you leave to go to the bathroom, and then a cat decides to get up on your table and decides to play with whatever you have. My cats are trained. They do not go on my stamping table. Nope. However, when I have friends over, hi, Barb, how you doing? Welcome. We're doing card number 1. So in the directions, there seems to be 3 of the, I would say, the darker ones and 2 of the lighter ones. And I can only see where they stick them. I see one there, and one maybe right there. So that means I can stick it wherever I darn well please. Joy's going rogue. All right, so we're going to put, and I'm using the, okay, where did my lid go for my people poker? This is, there it is. I put it where I always put it, and I didn't see it because it was a little bit further away from me, so it was hiding. This here is the putty end on the Take Your Pick tool. So I am going to grab one of these, and now seeing as how my Happy Easter seems to be a little bit more up, I'm actually going to put mine down there. And then I'm going to take another one and stick it right there. Oops. I'm going to stick it where I want to. All right, so then we are going to, we got 2. Now we go, let's see, let's go right there because I saw that. That's 3. And so 1 and 2, so we need one more darker one. So I'm actually going to stick this up here because we're creating a triangle with those darker ones, okay? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more. So let's create a triangle. How about right down here? Nope. So 1, 2, 3, so that's a triangle. And then these 3 could be a triangle, and then these 3 could be a triangle. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so that works out perfectly. Now this is technically, we're done with this card. However, I want to stamp something on the inside. So, you know that egg that we stamped? This one, okay? I'm going to clean it off, and it says there's other colors that coordinate with this. Seeing as how Shy Shamrock is kind of pretty much here, let's do, on the inside, I would say, let's do Peach Pie on the inside. And we're going to stamp that egg right down in the corner. So whoever wins this card, obviously it's going to say Happy Easter. You're going to figure out what you want to say on the inside, but it has that cute little egg in there. Now, we're going to take that egg, or that color, Peach Pie, and we're going to clean it, or leave it there, because we might do that on the same thing. But we're going to clean this egg off, just in case we change the color. I mean, we could do pink, right? Okay, so card number 1 is done. But we're going to grab the Wink of Stella. Now, this is another thing that, as a paper crafter, you need to have. And because I said so. I'm going to, let's see. If I were to color this in with blends, that would, let's do, okay, we're going to do it a little trick. We're going to take the bottom, we're going to squish it up into the ink pad. This is the newer one. With the older ones, say like this ink pad, you squish this down into the base, but with the newer ones, you stick the base up into the top, and then that's the easiest way to get a little bit of ink in your reservoir. See, there's a little bit of ink right there. We're going to grab the Wink of Stella, and we're going to grab the Stampin' Pearson mat, and I'm going to just I'm going to shake my Wink of Stella, and just make sure that there's a little juice in there, and we're going to pick up a little bit of color, and we're going to come in and color the Easter egg. And so it's going to have peach pie coloring with a little bit of Wink of Stella. And that Wink of Stella will dry clear. Just grab a little bit, and if you think you got too much coloring, just wipe off. Okay, that one's too light. Grab a little bit more color. And there we have it. Now, let's see if, oh, we can see the shimmer right there. That is the Wink of Stella, okay? Now we're going to clean this off. So you just swipe this and it runs clear. All right? So now we're going to use that Wink of Stella on the front side of the card. Now, let me close this up, because anytime you have an open ink pad, that's an invitation for something to fall into it. I know that. Okay, so we're going to color the inside of the bunny's ears. And we're going to do its little pink nose. And let's see here. Because we did the inside peach pie, let's add Wink of Stella to any of the peach pie flowers that are on this wreath. And there's some spots right there, so we're just gonna stick those under there. And I think this will be our last one. Okay, so what do you think of card number 1? I mean, going rogue, me adding Wink Estella and, you know, coloring in Easter eggs. So that would be card number 1. Thank you for the heart. I saw that. Okay, so then let's just clean up a second. Again, we're just going to swipe that off to make sure it's clean so that when we make the next card, that'll be ready. So we're going to, these two mats, this one here helps with any type of excess adhesive so it doesn't stick to your glass mat. Now, your glass mat, I am very known for, you know, using my tape runner and having it go off and then having gluey bits to my glass mat. So this glass mat came with a chamois, and it's this chamois right here. And again, this one came in 4. So can you realize how big this chamois was? So again, I cut it down to 4 and I clean it off before I do my Facebook Lives. Otherwise, I'm just designing over here. And then, let's see. We'll keep these for now. We're going to open up card number 2 and bring over the bits for that. I'm going to take a drink. I am having a tangy tropical margarita. And this is a sweet heat. So it does have like a little kick to it, but this one's not very kicky. Because I'm a lame ass when it comes to spice. Okay, now we're going to grab this one. Okay, so it tells us that we're going to stamp this one here. Now, this has stitching in it, like little green dots. So I don't know if you can see that on the camera. I don't think you can see that. So it says to stamp the spring greetings on that. So I'm going to do that. And again, I'm going to use this mat to help with the placement. And there's a piece of Isabel. Okay, so this is a larger stamp. So you could do 2 things. You can take the ink pad and just tap, tap, tap. Or, oh, why is that all wet? Huh. Let me grab this. Oh, I know why. It's because my my case had a little water on the back side. So I didn't want any of my cardstock to, you know, from the kit to enter there. So you can also take your ink pad and then your stamp and just go tap, tap, tap. Again, you're not smushing it in. You're not killing a spider. Okay. And we're going to put this in the center and hopefully straight, and just allow that ink to transfer. And I did pretty good. Yay! I get so happy when I don't mess up on your card, because it's not my card. It's somebody else's card who's going to win it. Okay, so then now, oh, and then why is there green stuff on the outside of my ink pad. Maybe that's the reason why. You know, when I said let's get inky, I didn't really, you know, I mean, I guess it's the, I'm being artistic, so therefore I have ink on my fingers. No, I'm being messy. Clean that off. Okay. Okay, so, oh, wow. We're going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves. So 1, 2, 3. Now, why does it show 4? Maybe I did not take out enough leaves. Okay, I was wrong. When I took everything, you know, out, I guess I'm supposed to have another leaf. So I'm supposed to have 4 leaves for this one. And then 3 flowers. So then have them facing up and facing, facing, and facing. And then we're supposed to put adhesive on them. Oops, wrong side. Come on, flip over, little bugger. And, okay, so we're going to put dimensionals on this. So let's just keep the people poker free. And 1 in each corner. And we're just going to do 1 in the center. It says to put 2, but I'm only putting 1 because I'm using the larger ones compared to the mini ones. The mini ones that came in the box seem to be a little bit bigger than the minis that come in the mini dimensionals when you buy them in the catalog. Okay, so then we're going to stab and grab those backings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's 1 that didn't make it. Okay, so we're going to put that over here. And then we're going to put adhesive on these guys. Now, I am just going to use my Stampin' Seal. That's my preferred adhesive. But I do like glue, too. So it's not like I hate glue. I don't. I just use this a lot. But then, I do have this cute little penguin that's staring at me. This is from the Country Hive. It holds my glue. And then my friend Carolyn, who is on here tonight, she gave me my first one that it says, you know, so if I ever go to, say, like a place with crafting, either A, I'll bring, you know, the one that has my name on it, or B, I'll bring the penguin, and then everybody knows that's mine as well. So, and I know there's a sunflower one too, but I'm not gonna, nope, sorry, I can't do it. I'm not gonna replace my penguin for a sunflower. Okay, so we're gonna put the spring greetings on here. Okay. Make sure I like that. I think I do. Squish down. And then we are going to add, let's see. I want to see if this is on top or if this is underneath. Okay. I think the greens kind of go like this, 1 and 2, kind of like that. And then the flower goes like that. Okay. And then the top one kind of goes like that. I'm putting mine underneath because both of my flowers are going to be on top like this and like that. Okay. I mean, that is very simple, but very pretty. And so then now it wants 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, it wants 6 embellishments. That's not an odd number. How dare they? And where did I put my embellishments? Because they are on my table somewhere. The only thing I don't like about my paper pumpkin is that I tend to leave the things sit out and then I can't find anything because I don't put my stuff away. Okay, there they are. How dare they hide between die cuts? All right, so I'm moving my die cuts away. Then I can't lose them as much. Okay. So let's embellish. So we're going to take this away. And we're supposed to use 4 of these and 2 of these. So let's fill in the centers of some flowers. So let's go 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, and then we need 2 of the lighter colors. So let's go 1 there, and 1 right there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I just scraped myself with the people poker. Okay, and let's see. Let's do Pretty in Pink. Sweet Spring Greetings. Now, they gave us an egg. Flower stamp set. What flower? Ooh, I know. We can do oh, yeah, let's do that. How about Choose Happy? We can put this flower, has a penguin in it. Oh, really? Cool. Okay. Okay, first, let me see. Okay, we're going to give you guys a choice. Okay, pink flower, or we could do the bumblebee. Let's see, what color? We could do the bunny rabbit, or the bee, and, ooh, lemon lolly. But then, would it show up? It might, because that's a color. Let's see. What do you think, guys? Pink flower or lemon lolly bumblebee? What do you think? I'm going to let you guys, first person who answers is going to be what we're doing. Or we could do a pink penguin. That'd be kind of funny. All right, flower or bumblebee? What do you guys think? Oh, bunny rabbit. No. Let's do flower, because this one doesn't do anything. Flower. Okay, thank you, Rita. This doesn't do anything with Easter, so I didn't want to put an egg on the inside. And this stamp set does not have Aha, we're going to try something. We're going to try to do some omitting. Okay, so we're going to stamp it in Pretty in Pink. And I know I'm going to hit a little bit of the leaves. Okay, and then we're going to close this up. And we're going to do Shy Shamrock. And we're going to strategically place the leaves. And I did get a little bit of that right there. All right. Let's try that again. Oh, Pretty in Pink. I do have a marker. I have a Pretty in Pink marker. So we're going to use where I had the green. So the markers, as you guys know, have been put on the last chance list. I do not know if any of them are still available, but I know that the prices were dropped. So if you do not have markers and you want some, we're going to huff on it. That's why you hear that. Oh, I got 2 flowers, Barb. Okay, so that one is going to go right there in the corner. And so we have a Pretty in Pink and Shy Shamrock flower on the inside. There we go. So that, look at that. Where in the heck did that come from? All right. Huh. All right, so this card is not going to be the one that somebody wins because there's a little green splotchy up there. So that happens to be because I have no idea where. I didn't have anything green on my fingers. See, nothing's coming off. It's all been there. Maybe, oh, there's a thumb. Maybe there's something on the inside that I am hitting. So let's just rub that off. And rub that off. Because we got one more card to play with. And I want it to look good for whoever wins it. Gosh darn it. Okay. So let's clean off. So I'm going to remake... I'm going to have the other 3 cards, or the other, so there's 3 of each. So this one will be the one that I use as my example. And I'll whoever gets, card number 2 will not win the one with the splotchy on it. They'll win, a good one. And let's see, the next one is going to have the basket. So I can put my flower away. And I did clean that off, right? I can't remember. I'm going to clean off the greeting, Sweet Spring Greeting, because when you have photopolymer, some of our inks, the colors actually discolor the... Yeah, I did clean this off. Excuse me. So some of the colors, say like the reds and the purples, might actually change the color of your photopolymer, and you can still see through it. Okay, so make sure that this is all nice and clean. There's nothing on there. All right, and we're going to put our flower away because I want to make sure that this sticks around. All right. So that is, this cute stamp set is in the annual catalog, and it is actually 1,000 somebody who won. Somebody who achieved $1 million in sales designed this stamp set. And when you achieve $1 million in sales, you get to help design a stamp set. And I don't know when it comes out, whenever, they, if it comes in a mini catalog, or if it comes in an annual catalog or an online exclusive, I don't know. Okay, so let's put Lemon Lolly back, and the pink ink pad, Pretty in Pink. I am so sad that those are going away. So it's Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, and Summer Splash. And because it is shipping, free shipping, Wednesday, Thursday, today's Thursday, and Friday. So you guys have a day and not even a half. You have over a day to place an order and get free shipping on orders of $75 or more. Okay, so it says, hello, friend. So we are going to ink that up. So we need this egg, the grass, and hello, friend. Hello, friend goes on the tag. To me, this looks like a tag that just got chopped off. And that's okay, because it shows you that you can certainly... let's put that back so I can see this better. Okay, so we're going to open up that ink pad again. And let's see if we can keep the ink on the stamp and not my fingers. Real good. Tap, tap. We're not killing any spiders, so no squishing. And I'm going to just test that out. And that looks good. We're going to put that right here. Hello, friend. Allow that ink to transfer. Nicely done. And then we're going to do an egg. All right. Yep, that egg that I had. Okay. I had an extra egg, and I remember I put it away. There it is. It's for this one, not for that one. All right. So we need a stamp. Our one with the squiggles on it. And that is right here. So tap, tap. Can you see that? Just want to make sure I'm doing it in camera. And right there. There we go. And our grass. So we're going to put that over there. So our grass is going to, we get to stamp several pieces of grass on here. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And just because, let's do a little bit of grass down in the corner, okay? Because, we're going to put some eggs there. Okay, so then let's clean off those stamps. Close that ink pad up, make sure there's no color, or I should say additional color. And we're going to clean those stamps off because we're going to use this egg in a different color. We're going to do 2 eggs on the inside of this one. Squeak, squeak, squeak. And then we'll clean those off. And the grass will be clean. That sounds weird. The grass will be clean. Okay. So then that is good. And they want everything basically flipped over. So we're done stamping for now. We'll come back to this later when we do the egg on the inside. Okay, so the Easter basket's going to get dimensionals. Okay, grab the dimensionals and the people poker. And I'm going to grab mini dimensionals. Just because they want several on the basket handle itself. And the large ones are kind of large. And I never open up another pack of dimensionals until I have completed another set. So, and then we'll go like that. Okay, so that's minis, and then we'll just do large. So 1, 2, and I'm just going to put 1 down here. Nope, it wants to stay. Okay, let's stab and grab those big ones. 1, 2, and 3. Toss that in the trash, and then we'll get the little guys. Maybe. I don't have fingernails, so this people poker is the best thing ever. Okay, so we're going to move that out of the way, and then it looks like our egg gets a dimensional. We're just doing a big one. And we'll stab that backing off, throw that away, and let's see. It looks like one of the flowers gets a dimensional, and I think, yeah, let's do a little one, just so that I don't have to worry about it showing and not showing. And we'll just put that one right there. We'll stab and grab that backing off, and then that should be it for dimensionals, I think. And everything else gets just regular adhesive. And so I'll put a little bit on. Okay, now that we have adhesive on everything, so it shows you to put the eggs in there, and then put the basket. Oops, I missed one. There we go. They're all, yep, they're all good. Okay. This is kind of stupid, but that right there is going to get covered up. So why are those flowers even there? So the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to make sure okay, so I'm going to put my flowers here, okay, or my Easter basket. But I am actually just going to set the eggs in here and then put my loops on, because now I know where they're at. Because if I would have set that either up, then I would have had put my basket higher. So I put my basket down here first and then put my eggs in and then put my handle in. Now we are going to attach. Okay, so this egg goes where that egg is, okay, and then our flowers go on, but it doesn't tell you which one, because the little, okay, I think, okay, so there's 2 little ones. Actually, there's 3 little ones. So one of these is going to go under the basket, kinda, and then this one goes on top of that flower. I'm gonna redo that one. Get back. We're gonna put you down here. There we go. Much better. And that one's gonna go right there. So it's touching the basket, but the dimensional is touching the grass. And then a big one goes right here, and it kind of hangs off, okay? And then this one goes on the handle, and this one kind of slides again right underneath the handle. Then, let's see, this gets attached right here. And then we're going to do another bow. I'm just leaving it on the spool. Okay, that worked out like perfect. I'm not going to have a lot of waste on this one at all. Okay, and then we're going to wind this back up into that slot there so that it stays. And like I said, I do that with everything. Linen thread, the this one, it's called the Baker's Twine Essential Pack. I'm getting low, so I ordered a new one, but every one has different nips at the top. So I can do one north, east, south, and west, and so wherever it ends, there's always one sitting there. Okay, so I'm going to grab those mini glue dots and roll that forward. And so that's going to be the first dot that I see. Come on, let's go. Squish it into there and then squish it together. And that's going to go right in that spot where that tag is. And there we have it. That is card number 3. Now, it doesn't have any embellishments on this one. Well, I don't think that's fair. Let's just put 3 on here. Okay, so we're going to do 1 down in the bottom and 1 right by the H for hello. Okay, so there's 1, 2, and then how about, so 1, 2, and I can put this one like right there, 1, 2, and 3, creating that triangle with that. And then I think that the bigger yellow flowers, we will highlight that with, you guessed it, Winkostella. So we'll do the centers. We're not going to do the whole flower. We're just going to kind of do the center and kind of like the inner petal. Okay, just like that. And what egg? I think we should do a peach pie and let's see. We got our eggs right here. How about a peach pie and a pretty in pink? What do you think? Does that sound good? Okay. So we'll do Pretty in Pink. And we'll hit right there. And then we'll do Peach Pie. Tap, tap, tap. And we'll put that right there. And then ha! 3 eggs. And on the inside, you can put, "You're a good egg." Ha 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 ha. That's bad, I know. You'll take the splotched one? Okay. All right. Navon will win the splotched one, and I will make another number 2, okay? And I will put Navon's name on it. And I will pick another winner. So we will have, technically we'll have 4 winners tonight. Navon said she'll take the splotched one. So we'll put her name on the back side. And let's see. All right, my dear, that's for you, okay? All right, so let's clean this up a little bit. And get rid of stuff, because this is a mess. It's not, I mean, I'm sure this is not what a mess is to everybody else but me. When things are not in their spot, that is what I call a mess. When I get crafting, though, I mean, when I'm designing stuff, I can get it so I don't even see my table. All right. But I do consider myself a neat crafter, just because if it gets too messy for me, I can't see things in front of my face. And I have a hard time with that. Okay, so I'm going to clean off. Make sure all these are all clean. And we're going to have to put everything back on that plastic. And I don't have any outlines to tell me where everything fits. But that's okay. All right, so this is number 2. This is number 3. And this, wait, yeah, really? Yeah, so this is number 1, number 2, and number 3, I think, right? Because we did that one. Yeah, I think the Easter Bunny is number 1. Yep. So which one's your favorite, guys? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? And don't forget, well, Rita, this is not me. This is the paper pumpkin. This is following instructions. So if you had a paper pumpkin, you like the bunny? Tina likes the bunny the best. I like the bunny too. But, I added, Wink of Stella, and then I added my fingerprint somewhere, which this one Navon's going to win. But like I said, everybody's going to get a chance to get in here. So do a thumbs up or a heart. That gets your name entered. The basket is your favorite. I do like that one too. Leave a comment. Now your name doesn't get entered for every comment, okay? You can leave a comment that, "Oh, thank you very much, Barb. That was very sweet of you." And leave a comment, and that gets your name entered into the drawing. And then if you share this on your timeline, that gets your name entered 2 times. So then that way you have 4 different ways to get a chance to get one of these cards mailed to you. Now, I have to say that the last paper pumpkin was a Valentine's Day one, and the winners are going to be it's past Valentine's Day, so sorry about that. So hopefully I will get these in the mail 2 people before Easter, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It could work, for next Easter as well. This one says, hello, friend. This one says, spring greetings. This one says, happy Easter. So, hello, friend. You can make them a basket of deviled eggs. I don't know. I love deviled eggs. Yeah, so there we go. Don't forget to RSVP for the Stampin' event coming up in less than 2 weeks. That's the in-person event. And then, so that is the stampinevent.com. And that's Saturday, February 28th. And then the virtual stampinevent.com. That is Saturday, March 28th. So sign up for both of them. So that would get you, us ready and getting our packets made. So thank you very much, Rita. You can join us any time I do a Facebook Live. Like I said, I do these on Sunday after 5 o'clock, and then I try to do them on Thursdays after 5 o'clock. And if I don't, generally I'll try to make it up, but depends on what's going on. Sometimes I might just have to skip it. So you guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me on a Thursday evening. I love it when people are here so I could, talk to myself, but, I get replies back. So it's not as bad as it sounds. So, I talk to myself all the time. So guys, thanks. Have a great weekend. See you in a week and a half if you're going to be at the event. I hope to see you guys on Sunday after 5 o'clock. And happy stamping!